right? Oh, because I don't see them. I only see the screen. Yeah. Oh, I don't like it. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry. What? Probably. Yeah. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
how are you?
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
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 I want to be sure that the Spanish team is are in the meeting. Is possible? Oscar.
You can check the you can check the last screen, and you can, if you
No,
click on
because
them, you
there
can
are a lot
see
of
all.
people and I can't to see. Okay, I can. Okay, now now I can see the list of the people here in the meeting.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Alec. Welcome, everyone. Today I'm here to present the first webinar. I'm here with my colleague, Miguel, and we are going to share the presentation. If you want me to stop at any point, please say, and I'll stop sharing the presentation so we can talk a little bit about something that you might need, or in the end we can also answer some questions you might have. So I'm just going to share the screen. Can everyone see? Yeah. Welcome. So our theme today is what makes a smart city. We are going to explore how sustainability, technology, and youth participation are transforming urban life. And we are going to use some real examples from Portugal, because it's where we live, and we think it would be nice for you to really get an idea of what a smart city is, and a real life example of a city that's doing their work in this area. So I'm going to start with our agenda. Okay, so this is our roadmap. We'll first look at what we at where the concept of smart city comes from, the history of the word smart city, and use it in the current context as well. We are going to explore a little bit of the 5 key principles, and with real life examples from Portugal. We are always in this webinar, we are always using the examples from Portugal, because it's where we are partners from this project. We are from Portugal, and we think it would be useful for you to really get a chance to see the examples in our city. We will also focus on how young people can be active drivers of change. And of course, we wanted to have a small discussion with you about smart cities to be a little more interactive in this webinar. So before we explore the challenges and solutions, we wanted to have a little time to explore the term smart city, where it comes from and how it has been evolving along the time. So we have a little guideline here. We started in 1974 in Los Angeles. Los Angeles was one of the first cities that used the concept of smart city. In that time, it used to refer to computers for digital urban mapping. So it was pioneer using this term, but the main focus was to analyze neighborhoods using data. 20 years later, in Amsterdam, in '94, they launched the Digital City. It was one of the earliest experiments in online citizenship participation. It was a really important step at that time, 20 years later from when smart cities was created. But then in 2000s, from then on, the term smart city really became popular. But it became popular with the connection to technology, big data, infrastructure, as large tech companies were promoting solutions for urban life. From 2010 onward, the definition of smart city really expanded, and it became what it is now. A smart city today is not just about high-tech systems, but it's really about the whole concept of sustainability, inclusiveness, citizen engagement. So that's why we made a webinar about this, because youth involvement is now recognized as essential for shaping the future of urban life. So smart city, we can't talk about smart cities without referring to youth, because they are one of the most important parts of a smart city. So as you can see, from 1974 to the current day, the concept of smart city has always been linked to innovation. It shifted along the years, and it became from being about technology driven to being citizen driven, which means that now young people are part of the next stage of the smart city evolution, of the smart city concept. That's really important. There's something really important that we wanted to discuss with you today, because innovation is not is only a part of it, and youth is the most important one. So setting a little bit of the scene about smart cities, we have 3 images here. The first one is about the cities. So cities are home to most of Europe's population. Around 70% of European population lives in cities, which takes us to the second image, which is about the challenges that cities really face nowadays regarding traffic, pollution, inequality. But we wanted to see the next image, that for each challenge, we also have opportunities, and opportunities is what smart cities are all about. So the third image refers to innovation, to sustainability, and especially to youth engagement. Young people are not just the future, but we think that you are innovators, you are digital natives, and also community leaders today. So it's really important that your participation is making cities become smarter. So about the principles of a smart city. Smart city, as I told you before, it's not just about technology. It's about the balance between these five little principles. So we talk about sustainability, which refers to clean energy, green spaces. A smart city has to have this planning of green spaces, of parks, of really the clean energy. Mobility, which refers to efficient, safe, and sustainable transport. Cities are using it more, or want people to leave their cars behind. So we really need to make a revolution in public transporting. And mobility is really one of the main areas and principles of a smart city. Participation, as I said before, citizens, especially youth, are shaping decisions of tomorrow. So you have the most important role in the creation of a smart city. Technology, we can't live without technology, and technology really improves our daily life. Digital tools really improve our daily life. So we have to do a connection with the technology as well. And of course, inclusion, making sure that no one is left out. So I really would like to hear from you, which principle do you think is most important in a smart city? I'm just going to stop sharing a little bit. So that we can make a little stop here. Yes, Alikan? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyone else? They are shy. Okay, maybe you don't want to participate, and that's okay. But we really wanted you to think about this and about these five principles, and relate them to your city, to the places where Roberto is saying all the five principles. Yeah. But it's really important for you to relate to your city, because sometimes we don't know how to start, how to help our city becoming a smart city. So if we focus on one principle that for us is important, and we can really think that we can make a change with that principle, is something that we can start doing with local decision makers. So I'm going to start again to share. As I told you in the beginning, we really wanted to bring today to this webinar real life examples. So we made a small introduction to what a smart city is, the principles related to it, and now we wanted to show you the principles regarding an example in a city, with an example from a city. And we chose Porto because it's where we come from. So we are going to share some examples of our city and the principles and how they are really applying these principles in the city. So I'm going to pass the word to my colleague Miguel, and he's going to show you our example from Portugal. So I'm going to share again. Sorry. Okay.
Okay, now is my time, I think. So about that, mobility. Mobility is one of the pillars of a smart city, and Porto offers very concrete samples. Over the last decade, the city was expanded its metro system, connecting more neighborhoods and reducing dependence on the private cars. It also created over 90 kilometers of bike lanes, encouraging cycling as a safe and sustainable alternative. In addition, Porto launched a public bike sharing scheme, making it easier for people, especially younger residents and students, to move around the city affordable. Another important step is the introduction of low emission zones, which reduce car traffic in the city center and improve air quality. There's initiatives show how smart mobility can directly improve daily life while helping the environment.
I can talk a little bit about the energy, Miguel, and then you'll talk about the other one. So about regarding the energy in Portugal, smart street lighting has been installed throughout the city. So this is something that has been changing throughout the years, but it has been really a focus of the city and around the city as well. So these lights automatically adjust their intensity based on movement and natural light. They cut electricity by up to 60% than the other lights that we used to have used to. So the municipality has also invested in renewable energy. This not only the municipality, but also the government from Portugal, and they installed solar panels in practically all schools and the public buildings to lower costs and reduce the city carbon footprint. Also, it was created the Porto Energy Agency, which coordinates all these measures and ensures that a long-term strategy for efficiency and sustainability is made for Porto. It may, for residents in Porto, it may seem invisible in daily life that this is happening, but smart solutions like this have a huge impact on the city's climate goals. So it's something that is really a focus in the city, and we may not be aware of it, but it's happening. So it's something that we wanted to bring to you, so you can also think about your cities and really think if it's happening in your city as well or not, because sometimes we are not really paying attention, and it's something that is important for the governments. Miguel, do you want to continue? No?
Sorry. About participation, one of the most inspiring aspects of Porto is commitment to participation, especially from young people. So the young participatory budgets, younger residents can propose and vote on real projects of the city. Past ideas have included stake parks, new green corridors, about young community hubs. So there are not symbolic actions, but they are real investments decided by the young citizens. It shows that Porto trusts in the young and recognizes that you are not just future leaders, but present change makers. This is a clear examples of how the smart cities values inclusivity and democracy.
As for digital tools, we wanted to bring you a little bit of this because technology is one of the first things people think when they hear smart city. And you can see that really the term smart city started with technology. So Porto has developed the Porto City platform, which integrates real-time data about transport, energy, waste, and the environment. This helps city planners to make informed decisions, and it's also open to citizens. We can register and monitor the air quality, the noise level, which makes us feel that we have a voice. So it's not only about efficiency, it's not only about technology, but also about transparency and environment. So this is what makes us all want to participate actively. So far, we've seen what makes a city a smart city and how Porto applies these principles. But now we wanted to focus directly on you, young people, and people that work with the youth. A smart city is not only built by governments alone, it requires creativity and energy from the youth. These are many ways you can be active. There are many ways that you can be active and driven by change. You can join your councils, you can participate or join participate budgets to influence decisions of the governments. You can propose and co-create projects that respond to real needs. You can promote sustainable lifestyles in your schools, in your families and networks. You can collaborate with NGOs. We know that we have from Turkey an NGO and some people that are really connected with them. So also municipalities, like our case, is also something that you can work with and make initiatives a real life come true. Smart cities are not only about sensors, about apps, it's about citizens. And I know I'm always repeating this idea, but it's something that we really wanted to make the main idea of this webinar is we can't be only focused on what we wanted to have in our city, but we wanted to focus that you have the power to change your city and to help it become a smart city. So if you lead the way, if you really are active and engaging in your city's ideas, you can really make a difference. So now it's your turn. I'm going to stop sharing. And I'm going to ask again for your participation. Imagine that you had the power to change one thing in your city to make it smarter. What would it be? What would you like to say to us about it? It could be about transport, green spaces, technology, something completely new, an idea you may have. You can be creative and you don't have to be shy. All ideas are going to be accepted.
Turkey, come on. Participants from Turkey.
When we were preparing this webinar, we thought about bringing a Mentimeter challenge for you. But I thought it would be more interactive to talk. But maybe in the next webinars we will have this attention and make somewhat a different interaction exercise, maybe with Mentimeter, so you can participate without being exposed or feeling exposed. Okay, so I'm going to challenge you to think about this. So imagine you have to, I'm going to repeat, imagine you have the power to change one thing in your city, technology, green spaces, transport, whatever. Think about that, write it down, and try to think of where can you ask for help to make it real. Okay, I'm going to start sharing again. Sorry, I have to drink a little bit of water. So I really wanted to open the floor for discussion. I would love to hear your perspectives. But as I see that you don't want to make that expulsion, I will challenge you to think about what smart solutions already exist in your community. What are the biggest obstacles, challenges that you think that hold your city back? And really think about that, and I think you will have the chance to see in the next webinars some forms of trying to make an active part of the solution to this problem. So today I would like you to think about, to write it down, the problems, the challenges you think your city is facing. And I really think the upcoming webinars are going to be a solution to these ideas you might have or these challenges you might be facing. Because in the next webinar, we are going to talk about best practices and local innovation from different cities. And then we are going to have a webinar about KA project writing. So project writing is one of the main things that, or the main activities that may help you to become an active part of the solution. And in the last webinar about online visibility would be also a part of how to do differently. You know, participation is free. Everyone who attends will receive a certificate, and we really hope to see you again in the next sessions. I will open again for a little bit of discussion if you want. But before that, I would like to thank you for joining today. And I'm going to leave you this sentence, because the question is not just about what makes a smart city, but how can we together make our city smarter, greener, and more inclusive. So this is one of the messages that I wanted to share with you. Again, opening the floor for discussion. Anyone wants to make any doubts, ask any questions? Alican, do you think we can wrap it up?
Sorry?
Will we end the webinar? If anyone,
guys, if you have any questions, comments, or do you have any ideas about this question? For instance, like, think of your city. I'm sure there must be a problem that you are not, happy with it. For instance, for Turkey, I would say that in general in Turkey, I know there are so many places like that, by the way. the solar energy is not used that much by the government or by the municipalities. I see so many applications, yes, on the street, but I think it's not enough because as a country that takes so much, you know, sunlight, because you know it's in the Mediterranean and because of the location, because of the geography, I guess we don't use it that much, and I guess it's very important. It's not cheap, I would say at first, I guess, but in the future, like we are gonna need that. For instance, that comes to my mind, the solar energy that, and we need to use it more and more. But you know, you can have different ideas, guys. Like I don't know, about transportation, about infrastructure, or maybe about free Wi-Fi, even. Like if you have any idea about that, you can just talk. You can just talk freely, really.
And the solar energy you were talking about, not only in public buildings, like the example we brought was from public buildings, but also we have our government really tries to make people, particular people, to have solar energy in their homes. To have hot water with a more efficient and less expensive way. So I don't know if that was what you were referring to, but it's something that we also have in Portugal, but it's not really used that often yet. For in public buildings, yes, but with citizens, they don't use it that much in their homes. I agree. Let me see the message. I agree. Energy grids could be used more in Turkey, more solar panels. Wind power would help. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. This is really important idea for you to reflect on your city and to make an union about what you can make to help it.
So I guess there is no any other ideas. So for the other webinars, we expect you to be engaged more and more, actually, because all these webinars are were created for you. All the contents, we aim to reach young people. Actually, we want to hear from you because you are gonna be the change makers. I'm not saying that just for this was created for the project, but really, in the project, we aim to reach you to listen the problems from your perspective, actually. So it's very important if you can say your idea, your thoughts, I don't know, your suggestions, I mean anything that comes to your mind.
Sorry, Olga, and to really gather this opportunity to meet other people, other youth from different countries, and to really connect with them, to see what is happening in other countries and share your idea of your country. I think it's really important, this webinar, because we have people from 5 countries here, and it's really something that is not usual, and it's really a unique opportunity, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so I guess that's all actually from me, but if you have anything to say, Monica, you can.
Can we wrap it up? Yeah, to finish?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, okay. So I would like to thank you for this, for attending this first webinar. It was really important for us, your participation, and we are also learning from this. So we know that maybe we need to do different interactive exercises for the next webinars, and we will take that into action. And we hope to see you again on the 8th of October for the next webinar to share the best practices. So thank you again, and we'll see you.
Thank you very much. See you.
Thank you very much, Monica.
You're welcome. We'll see you.